Hi everyone, today I'm going to share with you a full review of my Celine Triomphe belt. I'm going to throw in some mod shots along the way. I'm going to compare this belt with other designer belts that I have. I will also compare this leather with the Celine Classic box bag that I have in the box leather, and I'll give you all the details. I will jam-pack this video as much as I can so it's helpful for those of you who are considering this belt. This has become quite popular, the Triomphe. This is the medium size, so it's the 1-inch width, which I think is really ideal for pretty much any outfit. If you want to dress this up with some nice trousers, even wear it with like denims and shorts, which I totally plan to do this summer. Black shorts, black tank, I think it looks really nice and gives a nice accent because of this hardware here. So it's the CC, it's like the old vintage Celine logo here that is just kind of understated, but if you know Celine, you'll recognize this. And then it's got the 2 tabs here, and then mine is a size 80, and I actually purchased a size that's a little bit larger just because sometimes I wear pants that are lower on my hips, not always high-waisted, and so I wanted to be able to put them down lower where I'm wider, and then also be able to wear it a little bit higher when I do the high-waisted. So I wanted options. You could obviously add more holes, but I didn't need to, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes just as it is. And then you can see here the leather is a shiny material. This is the only belt that I have that's really shiny like this. Kind of looks like box leather. The description actually says Tourion leather, which is different from my understanding. It's a different type of leather. This is the exact one that I purchased. And so this one is I think the sort of everyday Goldilocks size. There's a thinner one that is the teen size, which I think looks a little bit more dressy. I think this is more versatile. Now you can see here, there are creases along the leather here. And that is to be expected. I think I mentioned when I first unboxed this belt that I tried it on at the store and I saw that the floor samples were all creased like this. And so I got a new one from the back, but as soon as I wore this, maybe the first or second time, it creased immediately. Now it's a belt, so I don't mind, but just keep in mind this is what happens. It's going to wear differently than those sort of matte leathers or grainy leathers. The other side here, the back side, it's not reversible, but the back side is less shiny, as you can see. And so you don't see that creasing in comparison with the front side. And you can see I am using these holes here, and so it's creasing the most here. I haven't tightened it up to here yet, but if I wear like a high-waisted skirt, I can certainly do that. And it's got these 2 tabs, and the way it works is you push it through here. And it's interesting because when you wear pants that already have these loops, you have to put the loops between your pant loops so that they don't kind of bump up against each other. But that's what it looks like, and it's really nice. It's a touch of shine and polish. It gives a little bit of an accent. If you're wearing an all black outfit, you guys know I dress in all black a lot as a New Yorker. I like that this breaks up my body and it gives it like a cinched focal point on my waist with this little piece of hardware here. Let me show you what this leather looks like against the box leather on the Celine bag. That's what it looks like. Now this bag is a few years old and the belt is only a few months old, so difference in age, but you see how it's a little bit different. The belt, I will say, looks even darker, like more jet black and a little bit shinier. And I have gotten questions over the years asking me if I'm scared that my box leather will scratch up. Well, it's been years and it's doing fine actually. So I'm not really worried about scratches. I don't think it's quite as fragile as some make it out to be. And I'm not worried about scratches on the belt either. But that's what it looks like. If you're into that shiny, more polished leather look, this could be an option for you. They also have more of the natural cowhide and I think also embossed lizards, and they have different variations of leathers now because this belt has become so popular. But if you like this shiny look, I do think it's quite pretty. If you guys remember, I was also considering adding the Triomphe bag in the teen size, and I was very tempted, and I was even thinking about letting go of my classic and swapping it out for the new Triomphe, but ultimately decided not to because I quite like this bag. I used it today. I use it often. I think it's really beautiful, and it's discontinued. It's from the old Celine Phoebe Philo era, so decided to keep and use and enjoy what I already have and not, upgrade or swap out for the Triomphe. And I'm actually really glad I did that regardless, even if I didn't have this box bag already, because I realized that this is so dominant. The CC, the hardware is so dominant. If I were to wear this plus the Triomphe bag at the same time, it would look so matchy-matchy and repetitive. I thought that today when I got dressed, and I'm just enjoying this belt. So let me show you some of the other belts that I have. This one is one of my favorites. I don't have that many belts. I'm not really into belts, meaning I don't wear them every day, but I do like to accent once in a while. This is from Isabel Marant, and I love this. It's got zero hardware, no sizing, and you just put this in. I've shown this before. Got this a couple years ago from Farfetch, I believe. You loop it through and you just like play with it. It looks super artistic. I actually love wearing this with dresses, like just loose dresses, knit dresses, tank dresses, and throwing this on, cinching my waist. I really like it. My husband, somehow he notices this belt when I wear it, and he says that it looks nice, and that's saying something because he doesn't really notice a lot of fashion, items. So it's just like this. If you're interested in this belt, I'll link it down below. I just think it's so beautiful and so understated and underrated. Not a lot of people talk about it, and it looks really nice over blazers as well, like oversized or chunky blazers, and you just throw this on and it just looks, I don't know, it looks so sleek. So this, compared to the Celine Triomphe, you can see is a little bit thicker in width, but it's also thinner. There's a puffiness factor of the Triomphe belt, if you can see that. It's a little bit puffy. And so it's just different. So you can see the shine factor on the Celine. And then you guys know, I love this belt so much that I have two of them. This is the Hermes Kelly belt. This was the first one that I got in the gold color with the rose gold hardware. This also has no sizing. I think if you've watched my previous videos, you just pull this and you can extend it, make it longer, shorter. I love that it's just universal sizing, just because, sometimes we wear high waist, low waist, sometimes we gain weight, we lose weight. And then the black one I got because I loved the gold color one so much. But this is the Kelly pocket belt. I don't know if I've ever done a full review or a full video on this one, so probably not. But this pocket, which by the way, I don't use this pocket, but it's super cute. I've never used this pocket. I will one day. But it just goes through like this. I just didn't want to wait for the Kelly belt in black to come in stock. They had the pocket belt and I was like, fine, I'll take that. So you can use the pocket for like as a little card wallet or card case. So that's the black one. Now this is the true yellow gold and this is the rose gold. You can see the difference in the hardware color right there. Let me turn this around. You can see that, right? So let's put the Celine next to it. Hardware color. And then the Kelly belts are definitely thinner. They're a little bit more dressy, and I have never worn these with jeans, whereas the Celine, yes, I do wear with jeans. These I feel like are more trousers, dress pants, dresses. Again, a little dressier in general, more formal. But I do think the Celine is a little bit more versatile in that way. It has that polish, which can be more dressy, but because of the size being at 1 inch width, it just looks like it could go with any pair of jeans. I love dressing things up and down and making it look a little bit different. Just because this has shiny polished leather does not mean you have to have a totally polished looking put together outfit. I would wear this with just some denim jeans that are like torn up even. I don't mind that with like a crisp white button down maybe. So that's what it looks like. And I'll put the Isabel Marant here as well. In terms of pricing, this is the least expensive. This was, let me see, I don't think the price has gone up. I think it's the same as what I paid. Here's all my tags. Yep, so this is what I paid, $690. I think it's still $690 for this exact belt on the Celine website. And the Kelly belts, I don't know the exact price today, but they were definitely more. I'll put the price here if I can look it up online. I'll throw in some mod shots now. I'll actually throw in the outfit that I wore today. I'm still wearing today. This is my Cezanne top. And I hope you found this to be helpful. I don't know what else I can show you. I think it's a really nice belt. I don't necessarily think you need to splurge on a belt, but if you wanted a nice designer belt and you wanted it to add a bit of pizzazz to your outfit, I do think this is a nice option. I know that some of you have considered this belt but are concerned that it's going to become super played out like the Gucci GG belt. No hate if you have that belt. If you enjoy it, rock it. You do you. But that belt became so popular that it was like all over the place. And I think a lot of people got sick of seeing it and therefore don't wear theirs anymore or decided not to buy the belt. I've gotten questions about whether or not I think the Triomphe belt will do the same. I don't know, but I feel like the hardware here on the Celine is definitely smaller. It's much more shrunken down compared to the big in-your-face GG Gucci belt. So that's one difference. I also feel like in general, Celine is more understated than Gucci. I can't put my finger on it, but if you think of Gucci, I think most of us think of like loud, colorful logos. And not that Celine doesn't do, logos everywhere sometimes. Sometimes they make things with just logos, but they're just generally not known for that. They are a little less in your face. So I'm not concerned about this getting so played out. But then again, it doesn't matter. If you like it, you buy for yourself, you wear what makes you feel good, you wear what works for you, and that's what I intend to do. So even if a million other people decide to buy this and it does get played out, that's okay. I have handbags that are technically so popular that they are everywhere all over the place whenever I walk around, especially like in the airports or in Manhattan where I live. But I don't care because I like them for me anyway. So hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comment section. I will try my best to get to them, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.